Every time you watch secondary sales skyrocket or crash, it's not just numbers on a screen. It's a screaming signal from the very heart of the market, and ignoring it will burn you. You feel it, don't you? That gnawing doubt creeping in when buyers vanish, when deals drag, when you can't shake the feeling the market's lying to your face. That gut punch happens because secondary sales aren't just transactions. They're the pulse, the sweat, the raw confession of what's really going on beneath glossy valuations and hype. When secondary sales heat up, they're showing you where real confidence lives. And when they freeze, they're screaming that faith is dying, that the so-called private equity safe haven is actually a pressure cooker ready to explode. But here's the brutal truth. Most founders and investors run from this reality, pretending everything's fine, pretending secondary market hiccups are temporary blips. That denial? It's a death sentence. If you don't own this signal, get obsessed with tracking every trade, every shift, every subtle move. You're walking blind into crashes, missed exits, and bankrupted dreams. Now listen closely. You must stop waiting for public market cues or glossy fund reports. Secondary sales are your early warning alarm, your crawling red flag on the dark wall of private equity. They tell you who's desperate to sell, who's starving for liquidity, and who's losing hope in the promises made during last funding round hype. If secondary volumes spike but prices dive, it's a brutal market shake. You better be asking yourself, why are insiders fleeing now? What's killing conviction? And no, don't fall for "it's just nerves" or short-term volatility nonsense. This is the market telling you, loud and clear, that the underlying asset quality is rotting, that fears have turned into flight. So what do? You get brutal, analytical, and strategic. Begin by building your own radar system. Track secondary sales flow like a bloodhound. Spot patterns, where buyers pull back, where sellers flood. Identify who's swimming naked in this storm. And here's the game changer. Use this intel not just to protect your portfolio, but to pounce on hidden opportunities when the market panics. You want to fix your pain? Stop treating secondary sales like gossip. Treat them like gold. Step 1. Build real-time feeds. Get direct access to secondary market data. Don't rely on outdated quarterly reports. Step 2. Refine your risk models. Overlay secondary sales trends against portfolio health with brutal honesty. Cut dead weight fast. Don't cuddle failing investments out of pride. Step 3. Negotiate tough secondary sales terms like your life depends on it. Because in this market, liquidity is king, and every discount you force can be recycled into new, better bets. And most important, stop being a lone wolf with this. Create ironclad networks with other founders and investors who obsess over these insights. Trade info aggressively, share intel, build battle-tested alliances that are faster, smarter, and better capitalized. This is about rewriting the rules, refusing to rely on old illusions that the market's stable or that valuations mean anything if the secondary market screams otherwise. Secondary sales don't just indicate market health, they define it. If they rise in volume and prices hold, you've got proof that confidence hasn't collapsed. If they flood with desperation price cuts, you better be running towards the exits or circling the next opportunity ready to grab what nobody else sees. Don't be the fool who waits too long, clinging to fairy tales about private equity's insulation. Private equity is lightning fast now, more volatile than you think, and secondary sales are its electric charge. Welcome the chaos. Master this signal. Convert fear into strategy, doubt into power, inertia into relentless action. This is your lifeline. Ignore it, and you'll be swallowed by the next wave. Own it, and you'll rise above every collapse, every panic, every lie the market tells. This is the battlefield. Secondary sales are your truth, your weapon. Use them relentlessly.